Bonsoir à tous. Aujourd'hui, nous courons à Monaco, which means good evening, everyone. Today, we are racing in Monaco. It is going to be a crazy race, as you can imagine, in Monaco, because Monaco is usually a track where a lot of people get DNFs, are not making it until the finish line and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's definitely worth watching and worth a quick laugh. So we're gonna get straight into it because we're gonna have a sprint race already. So I'm gonna do a quick review of everything and then we will get straight into it. So last week we had Azerbaijan where Noisjob won that race from last place if I remembered quite well in the during the qualifying. And we had George Matt in P2 and Kaka with a remarkable P3. Now let's have a quick look at the track today. As I said already, it's going to be Monaco. First Grand Prix in 1950. It's not a country with a lot of a lot of people in it. And the quality record will be a 110.1, but that's going to be hard to beat. Just popping in to say hi. All right, buddy. Have a great evening. Have fun watching football. 39 laps. It is going to be a sprint race too. And best overtaking opportunities, none, because there is none in Monaco. Maybe turn one, but that's a questionable one. And it's not a very long circuit either, so we won't have a lot of race distance today. Let's go through the strategy. As you can see, there's not a lot of tire degradation, so if you can make it through the softs, you can most definitely make it through the medium. So medium hard, soft medium medium, soft medium soft, or soft hard, whatever you are having to pit for a new front wing. So yeah, that's pretty shitty right there. Prediction wise, I am looking at a P1 from is Noise Job in? He doesn't seem to be in though. Oh, Noise Job is not in. Oh, all right, I'm going with Tutski P1. Is Kaka in? I'm going with Kaka P2. Oh my days, it's raining in Monaco. Oh no way. Oh no way. This is gonna be a fucking long stream. Not that I care though, but rain in Monaco. I wasn't looking forward to Monaco, and now it's gonna be raining too. This is gonna be chaos and boredness and boredom or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's get straight into the race. Who did I have P3? I don't know who's P3 actually. Uh, is- I'm going with Mookie because he's the only one I remembered. Biggest winner Mookie, biggest loser. I don't know. I don't know if George Matt is in, but I'm going with George Matt if he is in the game though. Then amount of safety cars, I'm going with I don't know if it's even on, but I'm going with 3 during the actual 50% race. Right, here we are then. It's looking rainy. It's looking very rainy. I'm not too sure whether that is a good thing or a bad thing, because we don't really like rain in Monaco. We don't actually like rain anywhere. I don't like rain anywhere though. But it is going to be intermediate tires. And it is going to be 13 laps. As you know, it's always 1/3 of the actual distance you're doing during the main race. So 50% of 78 is 39, which is going to be the 50% race. Welcome, Shuki. And then you've got the 1/3 of 39 laps, which is going to be 13, which is going to be the sprint, of course. Shuki, how are you doing today? How is the studying? You're not studying. I know that. Oh, are you here to watch a full stream of mine? Is that going to be the case today? I don't think it is, though. You've never watched a video of me, like a Twitch stream full. Well, complete. Out? I don't know. Oh, John Holmes is in. All right. I don't think so. You don't think so that you're going to keep on watching? Or that takes too long? Aw. All right. Well, have a great day. I'm going to be streaming the race, not talk to you, because that's not what I'm getting paid for, of course. Haha. P9. Williams driver, all the way P9. The guys are starting with their, whatever it's called, championship formation. So basically, I'm not going to leave already. All right. You can just keep on watching. I don't I'm not going to talk to you because, you know, I need to focus on the race. But basically, we are doing a reversed driver championship standing. So basically, the guys who are all the way at the bottom are P1. In this case, I think it's going to be Tutski in P1 because Nojob is not there. Well, he is in P10, but the reserves at the end of the grid, at the back of the grid are, well, they're getting placed at the back anyways because they're reserves. Then you've got P10, which is going to be Tutski is first or second in the championship. Then you've got Kaka, John Holmes, Bulldog, Paddy, and all that kind of stuff. So let's go straight to the front. So we're going to be starting the sprint race already. It's going to be 5 red lights here in Monaco. Oh, a lot of drive-through penalties already. A lot of jump starts right there, as it seems like Ologi had a pretty good start on Mookie right there. Down the inside, Mookie gets pushed wide a little bit, but it is not going to be a lot of carnage back there. Everyone seems to go through turn 1 pretty smoothly, as Chartman got pushed back to P7, I think. Let's have a quick look with Kaka here in P9. Ooh, the Haas driver right in front of him. Lost the front wing already. That is going to be John Holmes. So Kaka with a possible move into turn 1. Pushes the Haas driver a little bit wide. But leaves enough space for him to get past. Now he has the outside line. Is he going to do a stroll? It doesn't look like it. He's making it through the slowest corner of the F1 calendar quite nicely right there. And there's a Haas driver parallel with the street. And I think that is going to be John Holmes, unfortunately. Let's have a quick look. John Holmes has left the session already. I think he has a little bit of a glitch right there. Kaka is looking to make a quick move on Chartman, although 7/10s, it's not going to be enough, I'm afraid. Oh, Kaka with a little touch on his front wing with the wall right there. And I don't think he is going to be having a great race here, unfortunately. Let's have a quick look with the position changes. The biggest winner of the evening is going to be Pub Dog. Gained 2 positions, but currently has his hands full with the Alfa Romeo driver, Paddy, the Irish driver, trying to gain a couple of positions. I mean, the sprint race is really where you want to gain a lot of points, because you will get full points for this race. And I think that is very good for the guys who have started at the front of the grid today, because basically they are last in the Drivers' Championship. And it seems like Joby has a little bit of a struggle here through these couple of corners. Paddy was looking to make a move down the inside. Now he's choosing to go for the outside line, as he will have the inside line here, but he backs out of the move. Now it's going to be, ooh, a little bit of a tap there with Pub Dog. Paddy still trying to make his way around. It doesn't look like that's going to be happening, I'm afraid. Although Paddy, good run coming through that corner. Doesn't have a good exit though. Now through the tunnel section. We saw front wing right there. That might have been Joby's. Joby really struggling here on Monaco. We all know it's raining, but it is really hard to concentrate when it's raining in Monaco. Oh, Paddy with a little touch there with the wall. Now has a good run on Kaka, but of course, Pub Dog, my apologies. Both drivers are William drivers, but Pub Dog currently driving in 5th. Paddy trying to take an outside line move, but it's not going to be happening though. I think he's stuck behind the Williams driver today, and there's a big pile up there behind Paddy with Chartman, Kaka, Tutski all within 1 second of the Alfa Romeo driver. Seems like Chartman was looking to make a move. Now Kaka is going to have a good run on Chartman. Only 110 between the two. Kaka is going to try and take a tight line through this corner. It seems like Pub Dog has been able to overtake Joby. So did Paddy. Now Joby defending the inside line right there. Chartman around the outside. Chartman is going way too wide and he DNFs himself. Chartman tried to outbrake the McLaren driver, but it didn't seem to work out, unfortunately. Now Chartman is parked on a pretty interesting location right there. I don't think we will be able to see that, but let's get straight back to the action. Joby really struggling out here. Loses once again another position. Right now he has lost 3, well 4, including Chartman, but of course, I mean, Chartman crashed himself. We've got Joby cutting the corner, cutting the chicane as he's letting Tutski go through. Beautiful gesture by the McLaren driver right there. Now it's going to be Tutski trying to hunt down this Williams driver right in front of him. And we know that Tutski is capable of doing great things here around Monaco, but will he be capable of overtaking the Williams driver right in front of him? We know Monaco is a very interesting track, a very difficult track to make overtakes on. As you could see in the beginning of my stream, I said there were no good overtaking opportunities, which I absolutely meant. Now, oh, broken front wing for Kaka. And that is going to be an easy overtake for Tutski. Kaka will possibly have to come into the pits, though. John Holmes, who is currently not in the session, is all the way in P12. And if he can make it... Ooh, Joby also coming into the pits. If Kaka can make it in front of John Holmes, that would be great. But I do think he is, because, I mean, he's more than 20 seconds in front of the Haas driver. Let's get back to P5 as Pubdog and Paddy are still battling with each other. Right now, Paddy trying to stick within 1 second of the Williams driver, although he's not going to have any DRS. It's still great to have a little bit of toe. Has to watch out for his rear wing right there coming into that chicane, as it's an easy corner to kind of spin out, where you get stuck with your rear wing at the wall right there. Now, making it clean through this corner. Is he going to make a dive bomb work? It doesn't look like it. Seems like George Matt is really feeling his... Well, feeling his... How do you say that? He's really feeling his thingy here in Monaco, as he got the fastest lap after lap, of course. Kaka with a 5-second time penalty. Speeding in the pit lane. That is not looking great for the Williams driver, as he might be losing a lot of positions already. Paddy still trying to chase down Pubdog. So this is going to be a hard challenge, as I said already. Now, Monaco, one of the most historic circuits on the calendar. It has been there since 1950, and I think it's one of the only tracks which hasn't been changed since the beginning of F1. Now, Paddy's still trying to make his way around. Of course, a very difficult section to make it work, of course, as you've got that slowest corner of the whole calendar here in Monaco. Paddy 6/10s behind Pubdog, but I don't see him making a move anytime soon, as Tutski is able to get a little bit closer lap by lap to these two, as we saw inches between Paddy and the wall right there coming through that chicane, as you could see a few seconds back. George Matt with another fastest lap, as we saw Paddy touch the wall there. So did Pubdog right in front of him, touches the wall once again. Talking about Paddy right there. Is he gonna have a good run through this corner? Does look like it, but Pubdog is a way better one. Tutski gained 2/10 in that last sector right there. And now he's within 1 second of the Alfa Romeo driver right in front of him, although it's 1.1. Seems like he has less front wing and rear wing setup wise, because he's really gaining through the main straight, as you could see. Or maybe he just has a better exit coming out of that last corner right there. It's really on the tail of the Alfa Romeo driver here, but we have to remind ourselves, Tutski is P2 in the Drivers' Championship. And of course, Paddy and Pubdog are nowhere near the Alpine driver in P2. That also indicates the pace difference between these three, that Tutski most likely will be able to make a move pretty soon, but not as soon as other tracks. Well, on other tracks. Whenever you're going to be making a move on Spain or on Bahrain or on Abu Dhabi, it's going to be happening way sooner than it's going to be happening here in Monaco, of course. We just saw Paddy struggle to get past Pubdog, and he still is. We're already 7 laps into this race. We're going into the 8 right now. He is going to make a move through turn 1, I think, although he backs out of the move. It seems like it's raining a little bit heavier here, so the guys might be struggling with these intermediates at the moment, although it's not really that heavy yet. It's not a exotic storm weather like we saw in Singapore a few races back. Let's get down the inside here. Tries to have a good line, but it seems like Paddy is somehow defending the inside line there. Papa seems to have made a move around his teammate. He's going to try and make a move on Kaka, who's right in front of him. Of course, Kaka with those fresh tires. The Williams driver trying to get some points for his team. Popeye just touched the outside wall right there. It's Popeye. I think he's Swedish, if I remember quite well. And we haven't seen a lot of Swedish F1 drivers yet. I mean, in all the leagues I've done, I don't think I've seen a lot. But Fapa is definitely one of them. 210s in between Paddy and Pub Dog, and he's really on his tail. But I mean, it seems like he's way faster in Sector 3, but somehow doesn't manage to get past the Williams driver. He's going to have a good run through this corner, but Pub Dog is a way better one, like we saw last lap, like we saw the lap before, and the lap before that one. Now, Tutski down the inside here in turn 1. He's going to make it stick, though. He pushes Paddy a little bit wide there. As Paddy went into the wall. I don't think he has any severe front wing damage. Paddy lost a toe of Pub Dog right there. He's 1.8 seconds behind, so that contact between Tutski and Paddy really affected the distance between Pub Dog and Paddy right there. Now he caught up to the Williams driver already, 1.3 seconds in between the two. But the biggest winner of the evening is most definitely gonna be Tutski. Didn't have a great race start, but he managed to get back to these guys in the top 5, and he might be able to get past them. It seems like he's really struggling out here, trying to get past this Alfa Romeo driver, and we know Paddy might be faster than Pub Dog, but Paddy has been stuck behind Pub Dog for 7 laps already, and doesn't seem to get past, and he doesn't seem to close the gap either. Right now, 4 tenths. So he's really making up here in Sector 3, and it seems like Tutski is struggling out here, having a snap every now and then. And he most definitely isn't taking that last corner as well as he could. Paddy pretty close, as we want to have a quick look whether he's going to be capable of making a move on Pub Dog anytime soon. I think this is one of the only battles we will be seeing today here during the sprint race. Of course, I did miss Fapa and Escott back in P9. Paddy with a good run. He's going to have a good run. He's going to have a shot. He's spinning in the wall. Lost his front wing right there. And it seems like Tusky is giving him his position back. Not sure why. Maybe he touched the Alfa Romeo driver. But Paddy most definitely doesn't have a front wing anymore. And I'm not too sure if Tutski is going to try and stay behind the Alfa Romeo driver. It would be a little bit interesting. But I think he is. He's not really making any efforts of making the overtake work. Now let's have a quick look with his telemetry and see if he's lifting through the corners, if he's lifting through the main straight, and just to give Paddy that position he earned. I'm not too sure if there was any contact between Tutski and Paddy, but it would seem like it if he gave that position back. Tutski doesn't seem to have any front wing damage though. Is he going to lift through the corners? It does look like it. Yes, it does. So he's going to give that position back to Paddy. But they have to watch out for Divine. Paddy coming into the pits. I think that is not what he should have done. But of course, he's now going to get 1 extra point if he gets the fastest lap on those new intermediates. But he also has to watch out for Divine all the way in P7. Now let's have a quick look where Divine is going to come out. Is it going to be in front of Paddy or is it behind? Seems like Divine is really struggling out here. Kaka managing to... Ooh, Paddy is going to lose positions. He's going to lose one to Kaka too. Maybe one to Fapa. Maybe one to Fapa. Fapa. Oh, he's not making it. Unfortunately, P9 for the Swedish driver, but we have to keep in mind, Fapa is a pretty clean driver and he's pretty fast too. So if he can make it his way around the Alfa Romeo driver anytime soon, he might be able to get a move on Divine in P6, because I do expect Kaka to make that move around Divine pretty soon. Divine, who is actually a Div 2 driver, trying to get some good points on the board here for the Mercedes team. As you know, Divine, I think he's a big Mercedes fan, kind of a Lewis fan. I think he is. I think he's mentioned that once. Welcome, Shuki. Well, welcome. Glad you're still here. I didn't notice you were still here. How do you like the stream? What are you up to right now? Are you doing anything interesting? Probably not. probably watching TikTok or Zalando. For everyone who doesn't know what Zalando is, basically it's an online shop where you can buy clothes. That's not me. Don't, bro. Stop saying I'm mean every 5 seconds. That's not fun. Huh? Having a good run through Sector 3 on the tail of Divine Eye. Yeah, it is only clothes. Bags is considered clothes too. I'm working for school actually. Oh, Divine! Spinning! And it seems like Kaka had a little bit of a snap there too. I'm kind of underestimated what Divine did there. Patty is going to try and make a way around the Mercedes driver who went a little bit wider there. But Patty is going to make that move pretty easily. Well, he made it look easy. Joby retired from the session. I think he spun out in that second last corner. All the way in Sector 3. Now it's going to be a Patty Kaka battle once again. Shoes as well, makeup, skincare, hair care. That's all. I mean, I consider that close. Papa now on the tail of Divine. Seems like Divine is really struggling out here. And so is Tutsky on the tail of Pump Dog. Can't get his way around the Williams driver. Seems like he is in the same boat as Patty was earlier. But Kaka somehow doesn't seem to be struggling getting around people's cars and all that stuff, so Papa really has to watch out for Divine, because I'm not gonna say Divine hasn't gotten the pace to drive in D1, but it's somehow causing more. Well, people have to be more aware around Divine, because Divine is running no assists, so I know it's struggling out here in Monaco. It's rainy weather. He's running no TC. The TC on this game is unrealistic, and somehow Divine managing to pull off a P9 still. I mean, he's making his way around the field quite well. He's keeping his car on track. Somehow has, well, sometimes has a little snap, has a little spin. But I think that's normal with no TC on the rainy weather. It's the last lap too, so I think we just entered the last lap. Well, probably Tutski and Pump Dog will have another one. This is like a pre-race. Yes, it is. It's a sprint race. So basically, everyone gets the position. Well, they start in the championship standing position. So as you can see on the left side of your screen, it's gonna be that order, but reversed. So basically, I think Tutski started P10 because the reserves start last. And then the results of the sprint race are going to be determining the positions of the actual race. So it's most definitely going to be George Matt in P1, even if he spins. He is crazy right now. 34 seconds in 13 laps. Imagine that. Imagine that, guys. That is crazy. That's about 3 seconds a lap that he wins on P2. That is fucking amazing. George Matt, you are a legend. Eh, haha, interesting. Yep. It's very interesting though. That's key. Still trying to get his way around the Williams driver, but I don't think it's going to be happening, unfortunately. Now we will probably be seeing Olgi coming across the line with Mookie in P3. We've got Pump Dog in P4, but is he going to be P4 though? Is Tutski going to make that last effort to get past the Williams driver? I don't think so. Patty, wait, Kaka crashed. Patty somehow got his way around the Williams driver. So did Papa. Oh, Tutski only 2/10 away from the Williams driver. And then we had Patty in P6. Oh, Divine in P8. He made his way around Kaka. Kaka is struggling. Oh, he doesn't have any fuel. Oh no, he doesn't have any fuel. Oh no, that is so frustrating. Oh, he doesn't have any fuel. Oh no. Kaka, you did so well. He thought there was going to be safety car. Well, there isn't. Oh, he spins once again. And Divine even gets one more position. Thanks to a penalty from Fapa. That is great. Divine in P6 in a Div 1 race. Yeah, he's called Kaka, and I always have to mention that during the stream, so kind of embarrassing, but doesn't really matter. This was quite a fun race, to be honest. Driver of the day, Divine. Congratulations. It's only the sprint race. So, didn't I say he was going to be driver of the day? No, I said Mookie was. Yeah, I said Mookie was. Mookie is a P3 though. So, the points you're seeing here are not going to be the real points, so ignore them. The winner gets 30 points, and it's going to be 25, 22, 20, 18, 15, 13, 11, 10 or something like that. Something like that, yeah. I am wondering why Pubdog or Tutski didn't get driver of the day. He gained 5 positions and Divine only gained 4. Ah, maybe it's not always the one who gets the most positions. That's interesting. That is interesting. Shuki, by the way, what do you think of the quality of the stream? Is it alright or is it a bit meh? It's alright. Is that average or is that all like is that good? Because you know, I had a discussion. Nothing's wrong with it. Alright. With the voice, is it all good? No lagging, no cutting up, no cutting out or anything. Because I had a discussion with a guy earlier. And basically I asked him what determined decent. Because in English, I thought decent meant it's alright, it's not good, but it's not bad either. And I googled it and it meant that. But sometimes people say it's decent when they mean it's good. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna give a little bit of an example because this guy used it earlier. He said like, yeah, your stream is amazing, your layovers are fucking wicked, and your comms is decent. And I was like, alright, you're telling me that my overlays are sick and all that, but you're calling my comms decent. But that's where I was thinking about, is my comms a bit meh compared to my layover and all that stuff, or like what what do you mean with the term decent? So that's why I asked my friend, like, describe the word decent on a scale from 1 to 10. So basically when you're called, aw, thank you, Shuki, but yeah, you're biased. But let's say decent, well, good means, well, great means, well, amazing means 10, great means 8, good means 6, decent means 4. You know, like that kind of stuff, or is it like amazing a 10, a great a 9, good an 8, and decent a 7, or like, and he says, yeah, it's a 7. Well, did he say a 7? I think he did say a 7. Yeah, he said a 7. Sorry, guys. Did he tell you why? Did he tell me what why? Why it's good, or like, I don't understand what you mean. Oh, there's a lot of different strategies. George Matt starting on hards, so we've got 4 drivers on the mediums, then we've got 1 driver on the hards, Divine on the mediums, and Foppa on the hards, and then all the rest is going to be on mediums. Chartman starting in P13. And Alki gets disqualified from the formation lap, so that means he will be set back a little bit at the starting grid. No. He said the word decent means 7. It's not the same person. So the guy who called me decent isn't the one who gave me a 7. Well, he didn't give my comms a 7. He gave the word decent a 7. But that doesn't matter. It's going to be 5 red lights. And away we go here in the Monaco Grand Prix. Season 7, Route 8 of Division 1. Seems like Olagi got a pretty good start right there. So did Pub Dog all the way in P3. As Mookie lost 1 position. Tutsky made a way to move on Paddy in P5. It seems like, although no, he didn't. He didn't actually. I thought Paddy was in P5, but Tutsky is indeed in P5. 2 positions gained for Kaka. And we've got Joby also gaining 2 positions. My computer screen is doing a little bit weird, but doesn't really matter. It seems like everyone went through turn 1 pretty cleanly right there. Both Mercedes driver in P12 and P13 as Divine lost 6 positions during that race start, unfortunately. Now we've got 2 tenths in between George Matt and Olagi. We do have to keep in mind Olagi on those medium tires, so he will definitely have the benefit of the tires here. But I'm not too sure if that's going to be enough, because we saw George Matt had 34 seconds ahead of Olagi during that. Oh, Olagi with a little snap there. That might give a bit of an advantage to Bubdog to make the move down the main straight, as he is on the tail of the Ferrari driver right now. But as I said, 34 seconds in 13 laps is what George Matt gained on, well, P2, which was going to be Olagi. Seems like one driver has already committed suicide. Oh no, I shouldn't be laughing with that, actually. I mean, I'm not laughing with it. Mookie crashed! Mookie crashed coming out of turn 1. I mean, with committed I didn't mean that, guys. That was... How do I say that nicely instead of committing suicide? He put himself in the wall because Paddy just had to take a new front wing. I feel guilty. Mookie has left the session already. He had a pretty good start there with the sprint race in this race. Paddy DNF'd. Oh my days. It's only... He just came out of the pit lane with his new front wing. And unfortunately, he's going to have to sit back and watch this race from the sideline, I'm afraid. Oh, Olagi with a front wing damage a little bit, I think. Papa with a 3-second time penalty. But Olagi can keep up with the Aston Martin driver quite well right there. Seems like there is a Williams driver crashing. That's going to be Kaka. Oh, is he stuck? No, he doesn't. Oh, wait. That was pretty weird right there, coming into that pit lane. Divine is also coming into the pit lane. He doesn't have a single front wing anymore. And that's why I told the guys to start on softs. Because whenever you're crashing into the wall, you're going to be having this. You will have to go from mediums to hards, and that's what's up. So, not a good strategy that these guys have been choosing for. You know, you going onto the softs has also a little, well, a smaller chance of crashing into the wall, because you will have more tire grip and all that stuff. Shuki, are you still here? Did I scare you away with the suicide thing? Guys, by the way, if you're still listening, it wasn't meant like that. Like, I didn't mean it that way. Sometimes things come out of my mouth before I think about it. So, did you think it was too much, Shuki? Oh, I thought all of you was going into the wall. By the way, guys, my girlfriend is in the chat. She's called Shukriye, but I call her Shuki. Just so you guys don't think I'm talking to a weird, anime girl or something like that. You're fine, babe. All right. Thank you. Ooh, Chardman with a good run coming out of that last corner. He's going to make a move on Joby, I can imagine. Joby defending the inside line. He's getting the corner pudding. Chardman almost into the wall, but kind of backed out of the move. Now he has his hands full with John Holmes, who left the session already, and I still wonder how he is in P9. Doesn't matter. Chardman now down the inside of Fapa. He's not going to make it work. And he really should be scared from that corner right there, because earlier in the sprint race, we saw him just flattening out into the wall right there. Quite funny. Yeah, Shuki sounds like an anime girl. You know, like, ooh, ooh, I am Shuki. Yeehaw! You know, that kind of stuff. Oh, Fapa is backing out. Not too sure why, because Chardman didn't take this corner quite well, but I think he kind of... Oh, Foppa is front wing damage. Foppa with another 3-second time penalty. Oh, he's just cutting the walls, I think. Cutting the walls, that's not even possible. He's just cutting the corners, and I think he's gonna back out of this race. He's not coming in. Wait. Foppa is not coming in? That's... There's not gonna be a safety car, because I think it has been disabled. Joby is gonna make him... No, I think Foppa is just trying to make it difficult for Joby, because somehow Foppa kind of let Shardman go past, and then now he's holding up Joby? If that makes sense? Joby, touch the wall right there. Once again, Foppa. Oh, Joby almost went into the back of the Red Bull driver. This is not a cringe battle. Yeah, like your brother says, milky milkies. And then he does the gesture like milky milkies. By the way, guys, for the people who are not really understanding the conversation, when I'm at Shuki's place, we always do a battle. Well, it's called the cringe battle. And I don't know who taught him, but he's not that old, and somehow he says milky milkies. You guys probably know yourself what it is, and always when he does that, he wins the cringe battle, because no... Well, oh, Divine! Spinning out in Sector 2. Is that going to be a safety car? I think the safety car has been disabled. Me neither. Probably something from your mom. Oh, Joby goes down his side. Oh no, puts Foppa in the wall. What happened right there? Joby just cut the corner. I don't even know. Is that actually allowed? I think it's allowed in turn 1, isn't it? Like lap 1, turn 1? Oh no, Shuki. Oh my days. You're just thinking wrong. You're like, he cringes us out. Quite funny. Alright, enough of this topic. Yeah, as I said. John Holmes is catching up though, but... I mean, the AI is faster than Joby Rennie. So... Does that mean the AI is just fast, or if Joby Rennie is just slow? I think it means... the AI is just fast, because Joby is doing everything he can to get past, well, to get closer to Eska, and I think Chardman has crashed out right there. I think he just lost his... I'm not too sure what happened. He might have lost his back coming out of that corner. Yeah, only 9 people left in the race. Now it's going to be 8. And it's still 32 laps to go. Interval means that is the first one, so no, it doesn't mean that, but interval is the difference between the positions. So of course P1 isn't gonna have a difference with P1 because he is P1, and then they indicate that interval is the difference from P2 to P1, which is gonna be 4.7, and it's gonna be P2 to P3 1.1. So that's what's up right there. Lusky being pretty close to PubDog. And the Alpine driver not doing too bad. Of course, I've said a lot already during a sprint race, and usually a sprint race and an actual race are not happening on the same day, but today they are. Yeah, the second one is almost 5 seconds behind it. You have to have a look at the tires. George Matt is even on a slower tire, so it would be logical that Olegi, PubDog, and Dudski all got past George Matt, but somehow George Matt really has some good pace around Monaco. He didn't have a lot of practice on this track today, he said, but I think he secretly kind of freaked out the track. Well, freaked out, is that it? No, that's not. Sweat. Woohoo, George, my girlfriend says. George, you've got a fangirl on your side. But I think he kind of sweat the game this evening, and maybe this night. Well, last night, just to get P1 here in Monaco, because it's going to be big points. I'm going to have a quick look with the Drivers' Championship. The driver standings, of course, because if George Matt is going to get 30 points during the sprint race, 30 points during the actual race, that's going to be 60 points. So I want to know how many positions he's gained from that. So George Matt is all the way in P14. He will get 60 points, which means he is possibly going to P7. Right, Shuki, have a nice day. Thank you very much for staying. I appreciate it. Need to have a quick drink, because this race is kind of boring me out. Probably you guys too. The sprint race was more fun. Joby, who's coming into the pits. I mean, if Joby can survive around Monaco, he might get a good couple of points for the Drivers' Championship. He's going for hards, which is not a bad decision. Still 30 more laps though, so we still have a long way to go. We have driven... How many laps have we driven already today? 13, 9, 22. So we're halfway past the race on average because we had rain earlier. And I mean, we're 45 minutes into the stream, so it's quite hot in my room. I think it's a little bit too hot. It's possibly gonna be 25 degrees because I'm right on top of my, well, right above my this garage. Yeah, it's probably a garage, right? And basically in the garage we have this heater thingy and a battery for the... What is zonnepanelen? It's like these panels which give you energy thanks to the sun. No idea what the word is, but... or what it's called, you know. But I mean, it's getting quite hot there, and so is my room, because all the heat is going up. And I'm right on top of the garage, so... Dutski now with a good run. He was looking to make a move right there, but Pub Dog kind of closed down the gap. Yeah, so Dutski backed out. Quite an interesting move he was trying to make, because he should have gone down the inside, just made a dive bomb work. Haha, that would have been funny. He would have gotten smashed into the wall though, but still. Pub Dog would have gotten a big penalty thanks to that. And they already have 36 seconds in front of John Holmes in P5, who is not even driving. So I mean, he can make that risk work, because he would get a big penalty and Dutski would get that position thanks to the penalty, if you know what I mean. Because what Pub Dog will probably do, well, when he's closing down the wall on Dutski, he will possibly have a broken front wing. So does Dutski, so they both come into the pits. Let's say he has a 5-second time penalty after the race. That means that Dutski would have had a 5-second lead on Pub Dog. Well, a 4.5. Let's say 4.5, because Dutski is still behind Pub Dog. Seems like Falpai has left the session. He stayed in long though. Oh, Joby. Doing donuts right there. Not too sure what he was doing. But it is most definitely blue flags for the McLaren driver. And he is going out of the way. Beautifully done by Joby. He's actually a good driver. I mean, he is showing so much sportsmanship how do you say that? Sportsmanship-like behavior. Like, he's letting people pass, he's giving back positions and all that kind of stuff. No idea if he got caught in incidents earlier, but from what I've seen in Monaco today, he's not doing too bad, if you ask me. And, I mean, Joby, I quite like him as a driver. I don't know him as a person, of course, but he's sticking on the tail of Dutski. I mean, he's probably 2 seconds behind. 1.5 maybe. And he's not doing too bad. He's on 2-lap-old hards. 21 seconds behind Eska. And Eska probably still has to come into the pits. So we might be seeing a Joby getting that P7 position back. Because Eska now entered Sector 3. He's the only Red Bull on the track still. And I think Eska is a reserve driver. What is Joby? Is he a reserve driver or an actual Div 1 driver? I think he's an actual Div 1 driver, right? And I also has left the session. Possibly gave some, well, how do you call it? Raise engineering, some engineering to the other guys. Oh, is that Pub Dog? He made a big mistake and he will probably come into the pits going for hard tires. And so is Olagi. He's coming into the pits to go for hard tires. We're past 1/3 of the race. I don't think he was thinking that he was going to get past George Matt anytime soon. So why not just come into the pits and try to get track. Track. How do you say that? Track. Oh my days. I'm such a bad commentator. Track advantage? Track advantage? I don't know. I don't know. But not really. Well, everyone is really far apart from each other. Look at that. George, Matt, and Tutski, 9 seconds. Ologi, 17 seconds. Pubdog, 13 seconds. John Holmes, 12 seconds. And we've got Kaka possibly in a battle with Aska anytime soon. No, he's not. He's going to be too far ahead. Aska possibly 5 seconds ahead. Guys now coming around that first corner, and it's going to be 4.2. George Matt now with the fastest lap, though. All the way in P1. He had a 1:14, if I'm not mistaken. The lap record on this track is a 1:12.9, which has been set by Lewis Hamilton or Verstappen, if I'm not mistaken. We saw the Monaco Grand Prix a couple of weeks back, and I think it was raining out there too, right? We saw Verstappen win that race. Sorry for the spoilers. Who came in P2? I think it was Alonso, right? And then we had... Oh my days. I'm so bad, but that race was boring as fuck. You know, it's Monaco, so... What should I say, right? I'm just gonna Google the results real quick, because everyone's outside 5 seconds of each other anyways. So it was Verstappen, Alonso, and then Ocon in P3. That is not too bad. Because I'm not too sure. If you're a French guy, do you see Monaco as a part of the French? You see, I mean, here's the thing. You guys probably have heard of Corsica already. Corsica, it's a little island right above Sicilia. No, is it Sicilia? Is it Sicilia? I'm not too sure. Is it Sicilia? Sardinia. No, I'm not too sure. It's above an island, an Italian island. And it's considered French. But Napoleon Bonaparte was from Corsica. Now, the Corsican people kind of are feeling a hate towards the French people. So I would say the French people also hate the Corsicans. Because for some reason, I mean, whenever one party hates the other party hates the one that hates them too. That's just logic. If person A hates person B, there is no reason for person B to be nice to person A. So they're going to be mad at them too. That's the logic of human being for some reason. I don't understand it either, but, you know, if I was person B, people got mad at me, I would have explained to them that I'm not mad at them, and I would have asked why they're mad at me, because they probably don't have a good reason, right? But, so, if the French are also angry at the Corsicans, they probably don't consider Corsica as a French part. Olgi is now coming into the pit, so we might be seeing him right behind Pubdog. No, it's not going to be a chance. Pubdog is already coming around the last couple of corners, but as I was saying, so that kind of makes sense, right? If a country doesn't like the other country or region, they're not going to consider them a country, blah, blah, blah. Actually, that is true. Here in Belgium, we have the same. Well, I have the same. I don't like people from the south, right? I'm from the north. I don't like people from the south. Well, it's not that I don't like them. I just don't like the community and all that kind of stuff. The north, they work. The south, they our lazy asses. Vladimir, yes, sir. Elias, welcome in the stream. So, I don't like the South. They probably don't like the North. That's what's up. I don't consider the South as a part of Belgium. Well, I do, but I see Belgium in two different ways. So I see the North as one single region and all that kind of stuff. And then you have Belgium, which is the whole country, which is going to be the North, the Middle, and the South. That's the country, Belgium. But I rather don't see the South with the North. Now, I have the same question about Corsica. As a French guy, would you like to have France without Corsica or with Corsica? Now that leads me to the Monaco question, which we were talking about earlier. Do the French consider Monaco as theirs? Right? I know Monaco is a country and all that kind of stuff, but somehow, Imola isn't Imola or was Imola a country? I thought it was a country. No, it was San Marino. Yeah, it was San Marino, right? San Marino. So you've got the country San Marino. Do the Italians consider San Marino as a country of them? You see, you've got Vatican City. Well, probably not, because that's like religion based and all that kind of stuff. But San Marino is actually a good example. Do the Italians consider San Marino a region that should be respected by the Italians and all that kind of stuff? Is that the same with Monaco and France? Because in that case, I mean, Ocon did a pretty good job then in his not really home country, but kind of country home kind of thing. Because we all know Ocon is a French driver, right? Yeah, I would say it's his home race. I'm not gonna. Well, Olegi with the soft tires at 114.0. That's not too bad. And he's kind of pushing George Matt to go for a fastest lap too, but I think he will be later. Because George Matt will be on the mediums. Oh, by the way, guys, I have a very exciting announcement. Well, you guys probably don't care, but I had my driver's license exam this morning. And I succeeded. So it's going to be another danger on the road today. Well, not today, because I don't have my driver license, actually. I need to file it in. Then I need to make my papers. Oh, thank you, Elias. I will come and visit you once. We will be going on a cruise. No, not a real cruise, but like a cruise in my car. It's good, it's good. But as I was saying, I need to fill in the details, and then I have to go to the courthouse. Is it called courthouse? It probably is. Townhouse. Town hall. Town hall. That's what it's called. Dat is dan afgesproken. Voilà, say. Well, they need to process it, but I'm going on vacation the 22nd, as you guys already knew. I'm going. Oh, Olegi with a 113.1. That is a crazy lap right there. And he's also catching pub dog, so we might have to focus on that. But I need to fill it in. I need to put it to the town hall. Oh no! Now he loses a front wing. Olegi, no way. He's possibly gonna DNF though, because he's just grinding every wall he can. So I need to fill it in. I need to bring it to the town hall. They need to process it, but I will be going on vacation from the 22nd. And unfortunately, I will be gone for 5 months. 5 weeks. So I kind of have to do it behind, because otherwise I can't really receive the driver's license and all that kind of stuff. Now, Olegi, he possibly will come into the pits again. He has no... Wait, what is he doing? No! No! 10-second time penalty for Olegi. Oh, he's just gonna retire in the pit lane. Otherwise, he wouldn't do that. Yeah, he wouldn't do it otherwise. He's cutting a corner once again. He didn't get a penalty for that. That's quite interesting. And he's coming into the pits. Is he gonna retire? He's just gonna retire in the pit lane. But retire on purpose. Aha, Olegi, that's quite interesting. Are we gonna have a safety car? I think it has been disabled. Let me have a quick look. Settings. Let's go to simulation settings. Car damage, collisions. It's not here. It should be on rules and flags. Safety car is on reduced. That makes sense. That means there is no safety car at all today. Elias, how is school going? Are you still working on that car elevator kind of thing? Car parking with an elevator? Kind of a cool idea, guys. I don't know if I can share it on screen, so I won't. Until I've got permission from Elias to share it, but it has something to do with an elevator and cars. So, something with a parking spot, but I don't know what in detail. So maybe he can give a little bit more explanation in the... Great, and it's already finished. All right, can you give me a little explanation on what it really is? Like, did you have to create it yourself actually, or was it just a design on the computer? I mean, still, that's a great idea. If you can do that on the computer, it's great, but it would be amazing if you can actually work it out, you know, put a car on an elevator and then really put it into the parking spot. I saw on the news a few weeks back that there were these little robots, and they drive under your car, then they slide out, they pick the wheels up, and then they bring the car to the customer, if that makes sense. Like, there's no one who needs to drive or something, and you can just control it with your with a controller and all that kind of stuff. It was crazy, bro. Everyone is without, well, outside 15 seconds of each other. It was a design on the PC, and we had to calculate the complete system. So it was the elevator with the parking spot, right? You can just say it in Dutch. I will explain it to the guys in English. Don't worry if you are not really capable of doing that. I mean, you probably are. Yeah, so it was... So basically, have you guys seen the Tokyo Drift from Fast and the Furious? Or Too Fast, Too Furious is what it's called back then. But basically, when he was meeting that... Well, this is very stereotypical, but there's only one black dude in the whole movie. So that one little black dude with like these dreadlocks and all that kind of stuff, and the hat, he had this Hulk car. So basically, he would... I'll send you a photo of it. Oh, that's crazy. All right, I'm gonna share it on screen if you're all right with that. But basically, I mean, he was driving and he was showing the car, and at some point he was showing he wanted to show the car to, I think his name was Sean. So he went to Sean and he said, yeah, you have to check out my ride. So they both go to an underground parking where that other guy who had the whole car went to an elevator, and that's where kind of the car was in a spinning motion. So it was kind of an elevator, but also kind of not. But if you are familiar with the Fast and Furious movies, I'm pretty sure you've seen that scene already. You probably know what I'm talking about. We're gonna wait for that photo. We're 24 laps into the race right now. Alright, so let me have a quick look. I didn't get the photo yet, unfortunately. My friend Albo drives with a Volkswagen. That's not too bad. Better than my car. I'm driving a Alfa Romeo. I mean, it probably isn't though. But my car is just old as shit. Well, shit isn't old. The shit composts, and the car doesn't. So, what is really old? A turtle. Right, so it's as old as a turtle. Ah. And a turtle can be very old, but it's not those old turtles. It's probably young for a turtle, but old for a car, if you know what I mean. You know, turtles can get 100 years. But I don't think a car can get 100 years, if you know what I mean. And to be honest, if I do say so myself, my English has improved pretty well. It has improved quite a lot, and you know, I'm capable of having conversations with you guys without thinking and without translating the Dutch to the English. I'm just speaking English without actually thinking in Dutch, you know? Sometimes when you're talking a language, in your head, you have to translate everything that has been said from Dutch to French and all other. Well, I'm going to use French as an example. Because I speak French, well, sort of. I can make sentences and all that kind of stuff, but yesterday, no, a couple of days back, I had my French exam. It went horrible. But let's say, you know, I'm talking in French, right? I'm saying all the things I want to say in Dutch first in my head, then I translate them in my head and I put them in French. I don't do that with English, you know, it's coming out fluently, and I think that's really a great aspect of my English. I just don't have the vocabulary and the accent. Some of you guys might find annoying. So I'm always saying the same stuff, and I'm always using the same vocabulary and all that kind of stuff. So it's really annoying for me to create and formulate new sentences. I'm trying my best though, but still, it's a hard challenge. George Matt just came into the pits. He's possibly going for medium tires, but he's coming out of the pit lane already. Dutski won't have an option to get past the Aston Martin driver anytime soon, I'm afraid. Maybe if George Matt tires are not heated yet. If send it on Discord. Alright. Look. Right, so he sent me 3 pictures. So he says it's only the concept and we had to design it ourselves and calculate what kind but this is just a visual thingy. Oh, that looks actually very cool. They use this kind of stuff in the United States. It's not drawn in detail. It's just a visual thingy. Yeah, that's actually cool. I wonder how it works though. Like, I'm not very technical. I'm more of a businessman, so these kind of stuff, I don't have any idea what happens here, but I know they use this kind of stuff in the United States. So basically, I went to Venice Beach once. So Venice Beach is not in Venice, guys. It's in well, it's close to Los Angeles. Well, I think it is in Los Angeles. And we had to park our car, and it was 15 euros for 2 hours, which was actually very crazy. So what they did was they drove our car on this kind of a platform. Boomdog is also coming into the pits, but he's not going to be close to Kaka. So we had to drive our car on the platform, and basically they had these platforms all next to each other. And whenever a new car came and all those platforms had been filled, they put the platform, well, they hired the platform, well, they elevated the platform, and a car could park underneath the platform. So, wait, Pub Dog. Kaka did get past Pub Dog. Oh, we might be seeing Pub Dog making a move on Kaka pretty soon. Yeah, that was kind of cool. So they could elevate the thingy up and down. Well, they could move it up and down. George Matt with another fastest lap of 112.7, and the lap record has been beaten. I don't know why, but recently I'm seeing a lot of track. Oh, Kaka is letting past. Well, is letting Pub Dog past. That is nice. Good job, Kaka. Good job. I'm seeing a lot of lap breakers getting beaten recently, for some reason. I'm not too sure why, but I quite like it. Oh no, Pub Dog with a 3-second time penalty. Maybe Kaka didn't have to let him go through. So no, Pub Dog will be faster, but I'm not too sure if those 11 lap old soft will make it in the end. I mean, now it's 0 level softs, but at the end of the race, they will be 11 level. I mean, oh, Kaka also has a penalty, so it doesn't really matter, if I'm being honest. Yes, what are you going to do again in Hogeschool, if you don't mind me asking? This is your last year, if I'm not mistaken, right? Electromechanics. That sounds cool. What does what how do you say this? What is it really? Like, what do you do? What do you have to do? Do you have to design things? Do you repair cars? No, that's probably car electronics or car mechanics. Um, is it like fixing TVs and all that kind of stuff? Because that's electro. I'm not too sure if it's really that. Or is it like in big companies helping their... Oh, Kaka almost with a spin. Yeah, guys, by the way, everyone who's watching right now, this race is the most boring race I've ever seen. Like, the sprint race was quite alright, but this one, everyone is outside 5 seconds of each other, and we are not going to be seeing any moves anytime soon. So I'm really sorry that I'm talking about other stuff than the actual race, but I mean, still trying to enjoy you guys with stories, if that makes sense. Now everyone is in my Discord saying, oh, you are boring, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he shared his GIP with me. Basically, GIP is the is the is some sort of thesis which you have to make at the end of your high school year. Well, your last well, when you're 18, right? You're going into university or college. So before that, you will have to complete a thesis. This is some kind of thesis, and he has made it on an automatic parking garage. So it's looking pretty good, if I'm being honest. It's, oh my days, it's a GIP of 103 pages. He has made a lot of, like, a lot of detail. Like, he has put a lot of details in it. I kind of respect that. And that teacher won't be happy with it at all. Because he will have to look at it. And I can imagine 103 pages is not going to be fun for the teacher. Haha. Yeah, it's pretty cool, Elias. Congratulations. I have to design machines like milling machines and calculate all the parts so it's strong enough and it doesn't break. Yeah, it makes sense. That's quite cool, if you ask me. I mean, if you're capable of doing that, I mean, you guys are gonna build the future. It's the GIP. We had to make it in pairs. Oh yeah, I saw it. I think I saw it correctly. Your partner was mixing. But I mean, those guys are the futures. Are the future. I mean, you know, right now we are living in a very systematic environment. Like, everyone has their phones with them. Everyone has a TV. Everyone. Well, of course, if you're in regions where it's normal to have it, right? For example, in the suburbs of India, they're not going to be having TVs and internet and all that kind of stuff. You know, they're living in. I mean, they're underpaid and all that kind of stuff. So I'm talking about Western countries, right? A lot of people are gonna have TVs. Well, in Belgium they do. And whenever you're capable of studying electromechanics, you're gonna be designing stuff and machines and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, of course, Elias is not gonna design TVs, but he can maybe design things that are gonna be evolutionary, right? For example, I'm going to do my internship with Atlas Copco. They were the first one to design compressors, and compressors are now used all around the world. Around the world, you know, they're using compressors for trains. So every train has possibly has a compressor from Atlas Copco. Um, I think if I looked it up right, Atlas Copco has an annual revenue of 99 billion. If I looked that up correctly, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not gonna say they only sell compressors, but that's their main, well, their core activity. And imagine if you find one thing, for example, he designs or he makes a machine which is gonna be. I'm just gonna give a stupid example. Let's say he's gonna be making a machine that powers PCs without anything, right? Without a like without a plug or anything. Like it should be just something that you can put in your PC and there's no power source or anything, or like an infinite power source, something like that. It would be pretty cool, and you're gonna be a millionaire, a billionaire, whatever. So I really respect that, and it's gonna be evolutionary towards the rest of the human nature. You know, people who have made those compressors are now supplying the trains, and if there weren't compressors, there probably weren't gonna be trains. So we all once have used the train, and it's a very, you know, it's a very good thing to use. What we have to do is someone give us what it is, what it has to do to make the best way possible and calculate it ourselves. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, I'm probably gonna be the one that gives you the the what's it called, the order to make it. Because you know I'm studying business, so whenever I've got a plan, I need to come to you and ask whether it's possible or not. Formula Racing League TV, thank you very much for subscribing. Well, for following. Formula Racing League TV. I know these guys from somewhere, but I can't quite imagine where from. Welcome, guys, by the way. Hope you're having an amazing evening. I'm not too sure if you're familiar with the stream, but if you are, welcome again. If you're not, my name is Phoebe Thomas. I'm a Belgian commentator for a couple of leagues now. Actually, I'm going to be streaming Phoenix on Mondays and Wednesdays, PGRs on Tuesdays, but they've got a season break right now. And then we've got Thursdays for the Formula One Racing League. And then there's possibly going to be RLE, which is going to be Racing League Esports, on February, on Fridays. And then we're also looking at a league, AER, I think they're called, on Sundays. And yeah, it's kind of a busy schedule, but I can make it work. I mean, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Well, of course not today, because Monaco is a fucking boring track, and the sprint race was more interesting than the actual race. Look at that. Look at the difference. Fucking 54 seconds in between Pugdog and Tutski. And I mean, if Kaka was going to be capable of getting close to Pugdog, or just stay close instead of crashing out and all that kind of stuff, he would have been able to catch Pugdog. So I don't really know what the penalties are looking like. Alright, it's 3-3. But still, if he was able to, he's on 20 lap old hard, so if I can watch, I will watch for sure. What will you watch, Elias? What will you watch? I'm not too sure what you're referring to, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, your streams. I mean, you don't have to stream. I mean, you don't have to look. I mean, you can look, but I mean, I'm not gonna tell you what to do and what not to do, but you don't have to look at all of them. I mean, you're in the stream, and I like it. Yeah, I'm having a conversation with someone. No, nobody else is in the stream, so we're just chilling, chilly willy in the stream. And it's more fun to actually watch a stream live than it is to look at it back because somehow I'm not having a conversation with you when you're watching this back. For example, if someone on the YouTube channel is right now watching this stream again, welcome. But they know that this has been recorded up front. So yeah, it's not really fun because they're not able to interact with me. I'm not able to interact with them. And when you're watching live, you are able to interact with me. And I really appreciate if you interact with me during this race. There's still 2 more laps, so I'm very happy with that. Well, actually 3, if you count lap 37. But these medium tires are not looking too bad for George Matt. I think he had made the right calculation. But to be honest, Dutski kind of got pretty close to George Matt. I mean, George Matt was kind of in the lead by a big margin, but right now only 6 seconds is not a lot, if I'm being honest. And I'm not too sure if George Matt is just trying to keep it clean. But Dutski is doing a pretty amazing job right here. I mean, he's gaining time, but I wouldn't say a lot. I'm gonna have a quick look. He's not gonna get there in 2 laps though, but if he is, congratulations to him. He's not going to though. I mean, he did gain 2 tenths in that, no, 4 tenths in that last part in sector 2. Ooh, he's gonna get close. George Matt is kind of backing out, I think. He doesn't want to crash. He doesn't want to throw away those 30 points. 31, actually. Because he's gonna get fast slap. Is he, though? Because Kaka is coming into the pits. Is he, though? Is Bulldog... Oh, he's still in lap 37. He's gonna get lap. I just put my fastest Monaco time this evening. Congratulations! What's your time? What's your time? Let's compare it with these guys. So the fastest lap around here is a 1:12.7. 1:12.7, that's actually crazy, because the fastest lap time on this track set by an actual F1 driver is a 1:12.9, which is gonna be... Oh no, it has been set by Lewis Hamilton, I think back in 2019. Or was it Leclerc? It might have been Leclerc. I don't think Lewis Hamilton has ever had a fastest qualifying here around Monaco. It's at 1:10.6. It wasn't time trial. Let me have a quick look. The quality record on this track is a 1:10.1. 1:10.1. That's actually pretty fast, but I don't know how comparable that is with a time trial time. Oh, we're in the last lap, guys. This race took for ages. It only took about 1 hour and 35 minutes, 25 minutes, but oh my days, I'm happy that this is over. This was boring as fuck. It was more interesting to see the front runners race with the blue flags than it was to see the front runners race with the front runners. Everyone is outside 30 seconds of each other, except for Dutski and George Matt, but I don't think these two will make a mistake. George Matt isn't. Is he? If he's gonna crash right now, he's gonna regret it for the rest of his life. But he's not going to. Coming around the last corner, we've got our Monaco Grand Prix winner, George Matt. I think he's Greek, if I'm not mistaken. Dutski coming in P2 on his hard tires. And all the other guys actually haven't been lapped. Joby was about to. Oh no, he did get lapped. We've got Aska in P6. Now Pug Dog. Wait. How is this possible? These guys are got lapped, right? He did, yes. So Pug Dog is the only driver who did not get lapped. Sean Holmes, he was not driving. So he should be disqualified. Now we've got Pug Dog. Wait, someone crashed. Who crashed? Oh no, I think Pug Dog is just driving a little bit slower. Or doesn't he have any fuel yet left? Oh, he doesn't have any fuel left. Oh, that's frustrating. Who's behind him? Oh, it's gonna be Kaka. He's way too far. Yeah, Pubdog is gonna get P3. Congratulations to you, Pubdog. I wonder how many points you're gonna be getting today. If you get any penalties, I mean, that's gonna be frustrating, but still. 13 people attended, 7 people made it through the whole race. Congratulations. Well, actually 6, because John Holmes left the session. Because he was sick of Monaco. I like the track. Quite much, but just not to race on. Well, to race on I like it, but not to battle on and all that kind of stuff. It's just a boring track. I mean, it's fun to race on because it keeps you challenged, but you cannot challenge other drivers on the track. It's just a challenge with yourself, not with other drivers. So, I mean, it's quite fun for me, but I do understand that a lot of people find it frustrating. So I'm going to go to this race results. Here they are. George Matt picks up 1 fastest lap point during the sprint race too. He probably did though. Yes, he did. It's going to be 2 fastest lap points for George Matt and full points for the Aston Martin driver too. So it's going to be Tutski in P2, and then we have Pubdog in P3. Further, we've got Kaka, John Holmes, Eska. Well, John Holmes should be getting deleted though. Eska in P6, then we've got Joby, Oleg, you DNF'd, Chartman, Papa, Divine, Paddy, and Mookie. So all of these guys from Olgie to Mookie, including John Holmes here in P5, get disqualified. Well, get DNF'd. And all the other guys, congratulations. I mean, especially here around Monaco, it was a hard challenge. And I'm going to be ending the stream. It was not a chaotic stream, but it was quite a boring one. I did had a lot of telling to do, or a lot to tell, whatever you want to call it. Oh, guys, hay fever, horrible. All right, guys, I'm gonna be turning off the stream. I thank you very much for watching. I hope I enjoyed you. Well, how do you say this? I hope I entertained you. That was it. And I will see you guys probably next week for my last stream. Maybe not. Maybe the Monday after still. Yes, the Monday after I will be there. And then I will be going on vacation. So you won't be seeing me for 5 more weeks, unfortunately. But thank you very much for listening. This was Phoebe Thomas as your commentator, streaming Div 1 of the Monaco Grand Prix here in Phoenix Racing League. It was fun talking to you again, or typing. Yeah, it was fun. Elias, thank you very much for being here. And I thank you very much for watching. This was Phoebe Thomas as your commentator. Peace out.